Welcome to this deep dive into what looks like a really thrilling Hyper League football match. We've got material referencing the Goal Shack podcast, and we've really dug into the stats from Marseille Scan Vision, plus a live commentary of the game between Aquarius and Poble SEC. So this is April 2nd, 2025, the very first match of the Clausura season.
Yeah.
So our aim here is to pull out the juiciest insights about the game, the standout players, and how the Hyper League is looking as a potential springboard for European football. Okay, let's jump right in. What are these sources telling us?
Absolutely. And what strikes you immediately is just how much detail we have. The stats from our State Scan Vision are, well, incredibly granular, player ratings obviously, but also every single event, goals, subs, yellow cards, plus shot specifics, the passing networks, which are always fascinating, duels won, lost, even heat maps.
Right.
Then there's the info from Aquarius' own R&D about their factor de impacto relational, the FIR. That's their system to try and standardize all these different metrics, make player comparisons more, well, meaningful. And yeah, the live YouTube commentary adds that real-time sort of emotional layer and the tactical narrative.
And what a narrative it was. I mean, the final score, 4-2 to Aquarius, that definitely screams excitement. But like always, the scoreline itself only hints at the story, doesn't it? Especially with 6 goals flying in. The commentary mentioned a cautious start, both teams studying each other.
Yeah, feeling each other out. That's pretty typical, isn't it? Especially first game of the Clausura. Teams might have new players, slight tactical shifts. They're sussing each other out.
Mm-hmm.
And the commentary did suggest Poble SEC's formation. That 1-3-5-2 might have initially sort of complicated things for Aquarius' usual wide play, but that didn't last long. Aquarius seemed to figure it out pretty quickly.
Figure it out is an understatement. The first half exploded. Goals everywhere. For Aquarius, Lucas das Neves started it off. 7th minute, left foot. Then Danilo Bautista Marmoleo gets 2 in quick succession. 12th minute, right foot. 15th minute, left foot.
Wow, quick fire.
Yeah. Then, Luan Van der Weerd gets a header in the 21st. And Oleg Popescu scores in the 23rd with his right foot. Poble SEC weren't just sitting back, though. Jose Antonio Fernandez has scored early, 6th minute left foot, and Jade Manalo got one in the 14th right foot. It was just relentless.
Absolutely breathless.
And the incredible thing for Aquarius, 5 different goal scorers in that first half alone.
That's really something, isn't it? It speaks volumes about their attacking structure. They aren't just relying on one guy.
No.
The threat comes from everywhere. Different players, different positions, makes them incredibly difficult to plan against. And like you said, left foot, right foot, header shows real versatility in attack.
Definitely.
But credit to Poble SEC, too. Getting those 2 goals shows that they had their own threat. They weren't just, spectators in that first half flurry.
No, absolutely. Now, the substitutions also kind of paint an interesting picture. Aquarius swapped goalkeepers quite early, didn't they? Alan said Karit Tavares came on for Evka Pustiansky around the 35th minute.
Yeah, that is intriguing. An early keeper change like that, it makes you wonder, was it tactical? Did the coach see something? Or maybe an injury we don't have full details on. It's the kind of thing you'd expect the Goal Shack guys to chew over.
Right.
And then both teams made more changes later on, which is, pretty standard. First game, Clausura season, managing fitness, fresh legs, maybe reacting tactically. And then, of course, you have Oleg Popescu getting that second yellow in the 67th minute. That forces a change, doesn't it? Shows how discipline, or lack of it, can directly impact strategy.
Definitely. Looking at the Marseille Scan Vision shot stats, wow, big difference. Aquarius had 16 total shots, Poble SEC only 3.
Yeah.
And shots on target, Aquarius had 8, Poble SEC just 1. What does that disparity tell us?
Well, it really underlines Aquarius' dominance in just creating chances, doesn't it? 16 shots to 3. That's a huge difference. And 8 on target suggests they weren't just firing wildly, they were getting into good positions and testing the keeper. It fits with the multiple goal scorers and the different types of goals. They were clearly finding lots of ways through the Poble SEC defense.
Okay, and the passing matrices.
Yeah.
The data gives us a look at how they built attacks. For Aquarius, defenders like El Neves, A. Garcia Mato, they seem really involved, along with midfielders like Elizara and O. Popescu. What's that signify?
Yeah, that heavy involvement of defenders in the passing numbers strongly suggests they're deliberately building from the back. Patient possession, trying to draw the opponent out, create space.
Right.
And having those key midfielders, Azara and Popescu, as hubs in that network shows They're the link players, controlling the tempo, moving the ball from defense to attack. The commentary mentioning good wing play probably stems from this patient buildup, allows them to shift the ball wide effectively. These matrices, they're basically just maps of who passes to who, right? Really useful for seeing the team's structure.
Gotcha. And the duelos, the physical battles. Interesting split there. Ground duels, Aquarius slightly ahead in the first half. Aerial duels, more even. What can we read into that?
It gives a bit more nuance to the physical side of the game. Aquarius may be winning more tackles, more 50-50s on the floor, but Poble SEC holding their own in the air.
Yeah.
Could be down to player types, different strengths, or maybe specific tactics, focusing challenges in certain areas. It just shows physical dominance isn't always uniform across the pitch. Ground duels are your tackles, winning the ball on the deck, while aerial is mostly headers from, say, long balls or corners.
Makes sense. Now, let's zoom out a bit to the Hyperleague itself. The sources mention this factor to Impacto Relational, the FIR, from Aquarius's R&D, trying to standardize metrics. Even without the specific FIR numbers for this match, how does knowing about this system help us understand the league's sort of bigger picture?
Oh, it's hugely significant, I think, for the league's ambitions, especially regarding European exposure. Using a sophisticated tool like FIR shows a real commitment to objective player evaluation. Well, think of it like this. FIR tries to take all these different stats, passes completed, tackles, distance covered, whatever, and weigh them properly, standardize them so you can compare players more fairly, even players in different positions or with different styles.
Okay.
By doing that, the Hyperleague creates a more transparent, more reliable system for talent ID. And that is incredibly attractive to scouts from bigger European clubs. They want reliable data.
Right. Makes sense.
And the fact that Marseille Scan Vision providing the stats is linked to Aquarius, it just underlines that professional setup, that focus on deep analysis. FIR gives scouts a quicker, maybe more insightful snapshot beyond just the raw numbers.
Yeah, interesting. And the live commentary really added that color, didn't it?
Yeah.
Mentioning Poble SEC's formation may be causing initial problems, but then Aquarius adapting. What were the key tactical points from the commentary feed?
The commentary is great for that context, isn't it? Seeing Aquarius face that initial tactical puzzle from the 1-3-5-2 and then finding solutions that highlights their flexibility, their tactical intelligence.
Yep.
The commentator repeatedly mentioned Aquarius attacking down the flanks, getting dangerous crosses, in which obviously paid off, looking at the goals.
Yeah.
And they specifically pointed out Aquarius exploiting the space behind Poble SEC's wingbacks. That's classic tactical analysis, spotting a weakness and hitting it. For fans following the league, it suggests good coaching, players who understand the game.
Okay, moving into the second half. The scoring didn't stop.
Yeah.
Oscar Dean McManus makes it 4-1 for Aquarius around the 61st minute. Looked comfortable then.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But Poble SEC hit back. Marc Merigayecheres scores in the 69th, makes it 4-2. The commentary flagged a defensive lapse from Aquarius for that goal. What's that tell us?
It shows the game stayed intense, right? McManus's goal should have been the cushion, but Poble SEC's response shows their character. They didn't fold.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder, isn't it? Even with a good lead, concentration is vital. One lapse, and the opposition can punish you. Kept the game alive.
And the substitutions kept coming in that second half, too. Commentary suggested Aquarius maybe got a bit more cautious with the lead, but still dangerous on the break.
Yeah, that's a pretty common pattern. You're 2 goals up. Later in the game, you naturally focus a bit more on protecting the lead, maybe managing energy.
Sure.
But a team like Aquarius, with their attacking quality, they're always going to be a threat on the counter. The commentary picked up on that. And Poble SEC still making changes shows they were still searching, still trying to find a way back in.
Right near the end, Aquarius had a free kick.
Yeah.
Commentary felt it could have really sealed it. Didn't score, but what did that late intent signal?
Even at 4-2, going for goal from that free kick shows they weren't just running down the clock.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
that winning mentality, wanting to kill the game off completely.
Yeah.
And the commentary also noted Aquarius controlling possession well in those final minutes. That's textbook game management, seeing out the win.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. We've dived deep into the stats, the commentary. What are the big takeaways from this Aquarius versus Poble SEC clash?
Well, firstly, it was just a really entertaining, high-scoring game, wasn't it? Lots of action, tactical shifts. Aquarius showed serious attacking power, especially out wide, and they were pretty ruthless in taking chances.
Yeah.
Poble SEC, though, showed real fight. Getting 2 goals against that kind of onslaught is commendable. They just couldn't quite contain all of Aquarius's threats. And that tactical adaptation by Aquarius early on, That was impressive. Shows good coaching, smart players.
And thinking about the Hyper League more broadly, what does this game suggest about its potential, especially as a place for European clubs to look?
I think this game is a pretty good showcase, actually. You've got exciting competitive football. You've got incredibly detailed stats via Marseille Scan Vision, plus that deeper analysis potential with FIR, that whole data-driven approach. That's exactly what top clubs and scouts are looking for now. It makes the league more transparent, more professional. The balanced duels suggest decent athleticism, too. Seeing a team like Aquarius, using their own R&D for analysis, play with that tactical flexibility and attacking flair, it definitely highlights the talent pool within the league.
So finally then, what's a lingering question or something interesting for us and the listeners to maybe mull over after this?
Good question. I guess for Poble SEC, it's how do they learn from this? How do they adjust tactically next time they face a team that attacks the flanks like Aquarius did? That's a key challenge for them.
Okay.
And for Aquarius, can they keep this up? That level of attacking output while staying solid enough at the back throughout the whole Clause 0 season? That's the consistency question. This first game definitely set an exciting benchmark, didn't it?
It certainly did. Lots to watch out for as the season unfolds.